This blurry text animation is a really cool and interesting way of animating your text inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. And in order to do that, we just need to first create some text. So we'll go T, type out a word of your choice. So I'm just going to go for Brooker. It's my last name, obvious choice. Then we'll center this up. We'll do everything that we need to do. Ooh, let's move that down. There we go. Now we're going to go to the very beginning. We're going to go into effects and we're going to search for Gaussian blur or Gaussian blur. Then at the very beginning, we'll increase this to a really high number. So somewhere around 500-600. Now with that set to around 500 or 600, you want to create a brand new keyframe on the blurriness by pressing the toggle animation button. Then we'll go around 2-3 seconds in and we'll pull that down to 0 and this keyframe will generate. So when we play this back, this is what we have, which is a really cool effect, but we can take this a step further. So first of all, I'm just going to go for a nice scale effect. So we're going to ease into this. So we're going to line up with this keyframe. We'll go to motion scale. Now ignore all of these scales, vector motion scale. You've got this transform here. Ignore all of that. We want to go down to video motion scale. Create a brand new keyframe at 100. Then we'll go to the beginning and we'll increase the size. So we're scaling into this. But that looks a bit clunky because of the keyframe animation. So we're going to make sure this last keyframe is an ease in. And you'll notice so much nicer. Already looks so much better. Now there's one more thing that I want to do to this, and that is to create a mask around it. So we're going to go into opacity. Select the free draw bezier tool and we're just going to draw a rectangle around the end position. Make sure it's the end position, not the start position. Then we'll create a brand new keyframe on mask path. We'll go through to the very beginning and we're going to move the mask path over to the left. So we get this effect happening. Now it looks awful at the moment and that's because we haven't increased the feather. So let's send that, let's increase the feather. And there you go. I think that looks pretty good. And of course, you don't have to animate in from the left. If you wanted to, let's zoom out, find our mask. We can go from the top and that changes how it looks. It almost sinks down and in. So let's play that in a larger screen so you can actually see it. Here we go. So we're animating in. It almost sinks in now. I think that looks really nice. Or alternatively, if you didn't want that, you could go for a corner alternatively. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think that's really cool. That's really cool. And you can also do a nice color change effect on this as well. So if you search for tint, we're going to change matte black to white. We'll go through to the end. We'll create a brand new keyframe at the end point with both of those set to white. And then we'll go to the beginning and you can add a color in. So let's go for maybe a bluish color on the matte black and matte white. You don't really need to adjust the matte black, but I just do it out of force of habit, so it's up to you. But as you can see, this is that effect now taking place. I think it looks really cool. And if you wanted to as well, we could add another layer, make this more interesting. So we're going to copy and paste this. So let's go Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V. I'm going to go to the very beginning and we're going to change this to a red. I think that looked nice. Let's go red. And we're going to change the starting position. So rather than coming in from this bottom right corner, we're going to come in from the left. So as you can see, we've got these two fading in. That looks really cool. And then we don't need the double layer by the time we get here. So around here, we'll just go to the general master opacity down here. And we'll just pull that down to 0 because we don't need all of that. Cool, so when we play this back, you can see this is the effect that we have. I think it's really cool, really dynamic. It's a nice way of animating your text into Adobe Premiere. And that is the video now complete. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. And don't forget to press that subscribe button if you want to learn how to make more interesting video effects just like this one.